Alright, welcome back to the channel, guys. We are here with another Masochist video. Just going over the deck recap, just some changes I made since last episode. We did throw in the Dimensional Fissure and the Stronghold, the Moving Fortress, as a level 4 special summon. We did decide to take out the Blackout engine, just because we never really saw it and we weren't playing too many worms. So I felt like this was a little bit more consistent strategy. And then I did take out the Taya in exchange for the Railcar. They do have the same attack, but at least this card has burn damage in case we ever need it. So I felt like that was a little bit more useful for now. Yeah, let's just jump right into it because I have a long episode to record. Alright, starting off. Okay, not too bad of a hand going second. Obviously, we don't need too many traps because we're not going first, so that's not the biggest letdown in the world. We do have 2 level 4 special summons right off the bat, so... Okay, they are on sharks. That's not fared well for us in the past, but we have had some pretty close duels with sharks. So that was okay with us. Oh, immediately. Apologies, I need to take a drink of water. Immediately going for Synchro Summon. I did not expect that. Although it looks like he's on actually Goki's actually, not sharks. So that would explain that. We do also have our Kaiju, so we're not completely out of things. But we do need a really good top deck, just because our rank 4s, I should say, don't really have a lot of attack power. So if we get the Armored Beam, Moon Mirror Shield, or something else, that would be really great. Alright, not the worst end board. I think we have a chance to out this. Okay, we got the rail car right away. Don't really need it at the moment, but that's fine. And it is a little bit unfortunate, I will say. At this point, the strongest thing we can go for is either a Link 3 or rank 4, but like none of them actually get over their monsters, unfortunately. Which kind of sucks. So yeah, I think they just have it. Very uneventful game 1. But truthfully, there's nothing we can do against that. We could hope to survive one turn, but I don't think that's really happening. Especially because we go to a top deck and we'd have one monster left. I feel like that isn't really a viable strategy. Especially having no board breakers in our deck, so that's really hurting us. If we get something like multiple monsters, I know we have the dub, but in order to clear 2 opponent's monsters, we have to have like something actually strong to get over one of their weaker guys. Immediately, we are seeing the fortress, which is okay. Not the best for going second, but it is fine. We are up against Medius. I'm just curious on what deck they're in. Okay, it is Elf Note. We have lost Elf Note too many times. Their combo just always needs to Baron and then a bunch of other stuff, so hopefully there's nothing we can do against that. Okay, this next one for sure. Duel number 3 is all ours. Look at this guy, he's sleeping on the job. It's a medium one. Okay, 60 card deck. Easy dubs, guys. Easy dubs. Rough, but we will, as always, play around the Mulch Army. That way they don't draw any cards. Strong start on our part. Okay, they are on Fire King. That might be some trouble for us. Okay. Unfortunately for them, they didn't predict this, but we do have the Cyber Dinosaur in our hand. As long as they didn't miss timing, which... I'm not sure if that can do or not. Oh, it definitely missed timing. That's totally fine with us. We want to wait down anyways. That way they don't out it right away. As a pretty rough mill for us. Our top card was the Obliterate, Dimensional Fissure, and Bottomless. All of our very useful cards. But that's fine. We have plenty of useful full monsters too. You know, I was thinking about this zone too when I put this in. I was like, there's no way that they have the relinquished Anima. Of course, they are playing it. I'm the only decks that can actually run it competitively, because they just have a ton of level 1s. Oh, okay. They're actually on the Inari. Down. I think we are scheduled for a victory now. I think I did put that on the schedule at some point, so I think that is probably next up. So we can just go to that next duel. So I'm excited for it. We could definitely use a dub. connect. Oh, that's so irritating. That's alright. It looked like he was a beginner too, just based on the accessories. It's fine, we wanted a more experienced duelist anyways. That way we can earn those weapons the correct way. There we go. Not too bad of a hand. We'll take that. 46 card deck, 2 rank. Oh. That's fine with me. We take our first win of the day. There we go. With the rank up as well. 2 legacy tickets. We'll take that. I feel like I'm starting off with a little bit of lower energy today. I feel like I gotta really pick things up. I think that win really energized me though. So I am ready to go now. These packs are gonna get me going. Just gonna have the best card right here. Ghost from the past, that's exactly what I needed. Banish 2 monsters from your grave and target 1 attack position monster on the field. Change the attack to 0. Not the worst. But it's actually not that bad. So you know what? I can't complain too much. With some false optimism, but okay, another Blink monster. Yeah, only Cybers. We can't use that. X-Saber Anu. You know what? This actually isn't that bad. It's another vanilla 1800 monster, so we actually can use it. And it works with our 10E field spell. The only problem is if we keep putting in more normal monsters, we're not going to be able to summon our Link monsters, but we don't go for the Links too often. It's very rare, so I wouldn't complain too much. Okay, looks like we got 2 hollows here. I meant to open it up one by one. That's okay. Ooh, okay. Some actual interesting pickups. First off, Forbidden Chalice is actually really great. Just quick play loses 800 attack is nice, but also we could use it on our own monsters to prevent destruction. With how many times I've been hit by Ragek, you know, I actually really need this, so I'm really happy picking that up. And I don't know what this is. Oh, it's just a generator. Okay. You don't have any level 8 reptiles to search. Boogie Trap is actually an interesting card, just because we have really interesting trap cards. I feel like using 3 cards to set one of our traps might be kind of costly. Also, it involves us getting a trap in the graveyard, so that's not super consistent for us. This card actually isn't bad, just being able to stack the top 6 cards of our deck. This is actually kind of a consideration. And once per turn, you can detach 1 material from this card, place 1 shark counter on this card. If this card attacks where it attacks, it gains 1,000 for each shark counter on it during the damage step only. This actually isn't that bad. The only problem is it takes a lot of setup with 3 monsters at the bare minimum. It's kind of costly, but not terrible. We did get some good spells though in this pack, so I can't complain too much. I think we will put those cards in the deck right away. At least the vanilla monster, I should say. I guess I can take out the real card. I don't think the burn damage is that important. I'd rather play with the Tiny Field spell if we can actually draw it. And I'll put in the lands, and I might take out... I'm really tempted to take out the Fortress just because it's really slow. At the same time, I could replace Half Shut, but for now, I think I'll take out this. And I can always put it in later. I might test the deck out in between episodes. For now, that looks pretty good. I'll update my warrior deck as well in between episodes, just because we've pulled, I think, 2 new warriors since I last updated it. I still don't think the warrior deck is strong enough, just because we don't have actual Xyz monsters to go into except for the guy with samurai. But hopefully it gets better over time. He is hiding, so I'm gonna be the seeker, I suppose. Jumping into Duel 5, 1/4 of the way there. Our best trap for going first. I cannot complain about this. So let's just set that bad boy right away. There we go. A 1900 monster and 1 set card. The best play you could possibly hope for in 2005. This guy's looking at my board. He's like 1900. That's way too strong. Okay, he has on Cyber Dragon, so they are known to OTK. So we're gonna have to be careful and use our trap at the correct time, because he's gonna be summoning some bigger guys. At the same time, if he just goes for Cyber Dragon Nova, I'm gonna have to pop the trap right away before you can go for the Infinity, just because we can't really play too well into his army gate. He actually is playing the machine dupe. I feel like not all Cyber Dragon decks use that anymore, just because it's kind of not super consistent. But that is definitely interesting to see. It is a good card, obviously, when you can pull it off. Joke's on him though, because we do have our own cyber monster. There we go. The Cyber Dinosaur meets the Cyber Dragon for once. We'll prove that Cyber Dino is superior in this duel right now. After we win, Konami will give Cyber Dinosaur some support. So that's what I'm dueling for right now, guys. He is not playing. He's just stunned by the fact that he's never seen this card in his life. He does have the Verde Anaconda, so let's see what he brings out with that. If he does use it, that's 2,009 points down for us, so don't complain too much. He's going for a link play. It's interesting. I would have expected him to go for the Nova with the 2 level 5s on board, but that's alright with us. do have to change it here. We're gonna lose it anyways. So, also Rampage can facilitate some OTKs just because they can attack multiple times. So, oh, the red reboot. Okay, I did not expect that. It's not great for us. Sure, we can set another trap. I feel like Jelly Cannon might be the pick, but also Metal Reflex Sign for a level 8 would be nice. I think we just go for the Jelly Cannon right now. One consolation is if he does use the Link Monster to get it over our Sire Bear Dinosaur, we will survive. Just because his monster actually won't be able to deal us any damage. So. I think I was thinking. Yeah, I understood. Oh, this one. I thought it was referring to the monster before. I haven't dueled Cyber Dragons in forever. Okay, well, GG's. 5 duels down. Quarter of the way there. I am ready for another dub though. So let's just jump into this next duel. This next one will be going first. Okay, pretty decent hand with the Obliterate. I think I go for the Cool Tune right away, just to get the Arctic out as soon as possible. Okay, that's pretty rough for us. Okay. Honestly, not bad. Yeah, we can definitely work with this. He only has 10 in the extra deck, so this actually might be a casual deck. Can only hope though, so. I think we go for the Beacon right away. I'm gonna switch my Cool Dude into defense. I wanna risk playing the Mirror Force, I suppose. Plus 1900 defense. What's that? Okay, Conco. Well, that could actually pose a threat for us. We have trouble outing Makonko. Not super great, but that's fine. Obliterate will definitely help us. I did play to the perm column. That's on me. I didn't even think about that. That was fine. Hopefully, as long as we can survive a single turn, we can summon the Trishula. To this target. Finish up to 3 cards your opponent controls. It doesn't say a target, so hopefully we are able to off their board. Thankfully, we do not have to go for the special summon just yet. Let's go chain link 1 Trish, and then Ethan as the 2. Hopefully we can put something useless on top of their deck. I'll give them the Ash Blossom just because it's completely worthless to us. Okay. Let's finish that. And then all of their acro stuff. What does this do? Let me just make sure I'm not misreading things. If this card is not equipped with an equipped card, you take no battle damage from battles involving this card. If this card is equipped with an equipped card, it cannot be destroyed by battle. Your opponent takes the damage. Okay. I almost want to go for this, to be honest. You know what? I will. Just because I want to deal as much damage as fast as possible. That's fine. One special summon is okay with us. They're just gonna draw the Ash Blossom anyways, so it doesn't hurt us too much. Damage there. Then we swing it to 27. There you go, perfect. And now we know they're one card in hand right now. It will get obviously a no draw, but that's fine with us. Okay, I'm assuming they're just setting the Ash, which is okay with us. Okay, I think we have game here. We can just go for the Gaga Samurai, and then we can obliterate the Ash back to hand. Yeah, because I'd be short without the obliterate. Let's go into the battle phase really quick. I'll just use this right away. Turn that to hand. There's no response. That's another win in the books. Perfect. You're on a hot streak today. That's already 2 wins. Alright, 2 more legacy tickets. We won a third of our games, honestly, so far, so that's actually not bad. 33% win odds in our favor so far. It's probably our highest percentage ever, outside of the off chance that we actually win on game 1. Okay, something good. Ooh, Neo the Magical Swordsman, or Magic Swordsman. I feel like a lot of people liked this guy's card art growing up. I thought it was just okay. Target one other Zephyr card you control and one card your opponent controls, destroy them. If you have 2 Zephyr cards in your pendulum zones, you can activate this card from your hand. Not that bad. We do have actually a decent amount of Zephyr cards. Not enough to actually justify playing that, but it is a consideration. At this point, we might craft a Zephyr sometime down the line. Okay. Starry Night Sky. Field spell. You can normal summon 1 Starry Night monster or 1 level 7 Light Dragon monster in addition to your normal 7 status slot. During your turn, if a face-up level 7 Light Dragon monster you control returns to the hand, you can draw 1 card. I feel like this archetype was always like cool looking, but I felt like it was always just really bad. And branded. You special summon 1 ritual monster. If you special summon 1 ritual monster by a spell card or effect, you can look at your opponent's action deck, send 1 monster from it to the grave, and then fuse fusion summon. We're not doing any of those, sadly. Shark Fortress. This is a card. I remember back when like level 5 spam was the thing. This was actually playable. We don't have too many spellcasters, but that is a special summon. Storm Dragon's Return. Target 1 banished monster, special summon to your field, but return it to the hand during the end phase. Okay. It's actually not that bad, considering we have the Dimensional Fissure. So if we get Dimensional Fissure on the board earlier, which I get is like a rarity, but we could obviously just special back any monster, which is kind of nice. Yeah, I think the rest are pretty bad. I don't remember what this does. It's a Perform Mage card. If your opponent controls a monster or Perform Mage monsters on your field, you can special summon this card from your hand, but while face up in the monster zone, you cannot special summon except Perform Mage monsters. This is actually not that bad. Because it doesn't even say that like only our opponent controls a monster, it just says if your opponent controls a monster. It does lock us into Perform Mages, but that's fine. I don't think there's any other drawback, right? If this card is special summon, you can reduce its level by 1. Yeah, this is just a Cyber Dragon, essentially. We can't special summon other stuff, but like, it's not that bad for us specifically, because it can still attack and everything. So 2100 attack monster, that's not that bad. So we can definitely put that in the deck for sure. Alright, looking over the deck, I'm actually not sure of exactly what we want to take out. I'm not really sure where a 2100 monster actually fits into the strategy all too much. I could obviously take out like a Pendulum or something else, but at the same time, a level 5 doesn't work with the strategy of going for Trishul, which I feel like we actually do like fairly often. Not like as much as I would like, but it's actually not that bad. I guess, you know, I think the one thing that I'd like to take out is honestly the Shuna. Just because it's not really doing much, it's not too aggressive. It almost always just goes into defense and then gets outed right away. If anything, we can use it for a Link monster, but I just don't think it's worth it. So I'll put in the Wind Drainer for now. I guess the one thing that the Shuna had on it is it can go for like Links. Whereas the Wind Drainer obviously locks us into Perform Mage. I don't think that's that bad. Also, I completely forgot about this card, Ghosts from the Past. I might think about this a little bit more, just because it takes more time to actually set up. Banishing 2 monsters from the grave. This actually does work with the Storm Dragon's Return. So I might actually look into it more. In between episodes, I might actually look at our Chaos deck. Just because obviously the Chaos Emperor Dragon banishes as well, so we might have like a little bit of a banishing like engine going on, I guess. For now, let's just hop right back into it. We are immediately getting the Wind Rainer, so that's interesting. And our opponent is on a 58 card deck, so missed something. Okay. Pre-prep. Yep. Oh, they're on the Mitsuri. It would have been great going first. Setting up the dimensional fissure would have been amazing for us. I still think we might have a chance. Just because we can dimensional fissure. And then we can tribute the ritual monster that brings itself back from the grave. I feel like that's kind of strong. And then Obliterate is one of our better trap cards as well, so not too bad. Let's see what they got though. Alright, quite a turn one from them. Ooh, we do have our Eulful Swarm. It's actually not too bad for us. I think we still start with the Dimensional Fissure. Get them a little scared. Alright, that's a good play. By the way, I did not expect them to be on Megalith as well. But that is honestly a pretty decent combination, so I can't win. both have the same effect. Yeah, so I guess we kaiju the Mitsurugi. I've never actually played against the new monolith cards, so it's really hard to say what to do. I only thought that actually would do. Guess I've never seen them actually be tributed before. And then get banished right away. Sure. Let's just use all the cards now. Why not? That makes no difference to me. I'm starting to think that Dimensional Fissure isn't as strong as I thought. Yeah. Oh well. Is that asking? Oh. I do not want to continue my main phase. I want to end the duel. Okay, that one was rough, but that's okay. Next one is ours. We gotta get that hot streak back, guys. Already 2 wins. Expecting at least 20 more by the end of the episode. Okay, this starting hand is actually kind of crazy. Cup of Ace. Beautiful. How many cards do they have? Yeah. By the way, I forgot to mention, but we did put the Pot of Greed coin in our deck. That actually guarantees a heads when you play Cup of Ace. Just a fun fact there. This is actually a pretty strong hand. This is actually one of the strongest hands I've ever seen your deck have. Even though it's only one normal summon. I will take it. Okay. end phase there. Hit him with the Duel. Just taking out all my back row. Rough. You know, sometimes that's just how the cookie crumbles. Opening up with one of our best hands ever. I could not believe how well we drew. We just played against an actual good deck. Fortunately, we even hit the heads on the cup of ace. I think I have one more duel. I think that's all we're gonna go for today. I actually have to get to work after this. So yeah, one more. Already to gold 3. Not a bad day. Did take some wins. Not too much. I'd really love one more good duel though. That guy didn't want to give me a good duel, so he passed. Let's just go to the next side. This looks to be the same person. Fair enough. He wanted the run back. Okay, or not. The game is preventing us from dueling. This is our actual final opponent, hopefully. Now that we're on tons of vanilla monsters, now we're showing a flawless perfection of the 10E without the field, without any normals. It's unfortunate. But that's alright. They do have 52 cards in their main deck. So let's see what they're actually on. Infernobles. If this is actually full on Infernobles, we're in trouble. I don't think this is a game up, if that's the case. Oh, they're just passing turn though. That is a-okay with me. Alright. We can go in for some big damage right away. And then I am actually tempted to use Moon Mirror Shield on our level 4 monster, just to give us a little bit of protection. I don't want to go out there in case they actually decide to combo off. So. Okay, they are just setting a card. And there's the Ray. Do they have an actual Sky Striker card to go into, though? That's the question. I don't think Sky Striker normally plays Infinite Nobles. Alright. That's not an actual card for them, so that's totally fine with us. I think we just get in. I don't think we attack with the metal. There we go. Not the most exciting duel, but you know what? It is a win, and we will take it. Alright, 3 legacy tickets. Just open those up to end the episode off. Pretty successful episode though, 3 wins. Can't complain about that too much. Get something good. Generic music, that's what we're looking for. Oh, okay. Shaolin the Prophet. This is like the one we got, but it's like his cousin, I guess. Once per turn, you can declare either spell or trap, then target one set card in your opponent's spell and trap zone. Look at that target. If it is declared card type, that card cannot be activated this turn. It sucks that it's only for that one turn. It's not really that great. Then once per turn, you can discard one fiend monster. If you do, this card gains 500 attack until the end phase. When this card you control is destroyed and sent to the grave, you can target one of your banished dark monsters. Add that target to your hand. Not that bad. Not that great either for us. Okay, nothing we can use there. Elemental Dragon, or Element Dragon is kind of funny, but what is this? After the struggle. This card can only be activated during main phase 1. All monsters on both sides of the field that have been involved in damage calculation are destroyed during the end step of this turn. Okay, that's actually not terrible for us, but at the same time it's pretty bad. Clearing our own monsters isn't that great for us anymore. So it's kind of like a trade-off 1-for-1. I'd rather not play that, but it is definitely an option. Solid book market for let's see what we got in our master pack. Okay, Battery Man AA doesn't do too much for us. Exceeds tribal rivals. Face up exceeds monsters on the field with 2 or more materials cannot be destroyed by card effects. After damage calc, if your exceeds monster battled an opponent's monster while this card is already face up in your spell and trap zone, destroy that opponent's monster. That exceeds monster must have 2 or more materials attached to activate and resolve this effect. This actually isn't that bad of a card. If we actually build like an exceeds deck, I could see us playing this. Just for the actual protection. Okay, Star Ryziel. This card's actually really great. You can special summon this card from your hand by detaching 1 material from a monster you control. If summoned this way, you cannot special summon from the extra deck for the rest of the turn except rank 4 Xyz monsters. You can only special summon itself once per turn this way. If this card is special summoned, you can set 1 Ryziel spell/trap from your deck. So, well, the rank 4 deck is coming together, guys. We this is only one card, but we do have, you know, some of the new onomatopoeia cards. Ooh, an actual rank 4 as well. Okay, perfect. This pack is actually ending up being great. When your dinosaur monster destroys an opponent's monster by battle and sends it to the graveyard, you can detach one material from this card and inflict 1,000 damage to your opponent. Then this card gains 1,000 attack. If this exceeds summon card is destroyed, you can target one card in the field destroyed, and if you do, inflict 1,000 damage to your opponent. This card is amazing for us. This card is actually great. Just all the burn damage and the fact that it actually gets big, which is something our Gaga Samurai has been lacking. This is a really great card for us. What are these last cards? If you control no monsters in your main monster zone, target one level 4 Sky Sargeras monster in your graveyard, add it to your hand. If you do 3 or more spells in your grave, you can special summon instead. Not great. Yes, this is like a little bit of a monster reborn for like really weak waters. You can't really use that too much. And this is a flow card, but overall, great pack. These 2 cards are amazing. The Xyz Trap is actually not that bad either. So yeah, that's a really great way to end the episode. So I'll wish you guys a great day. I'll see you guys later. Take care. Bye.